And for that to happen, she said, today Krishnaji and Preetaji would be giving a diksha, which would create a witness personality in you. That's also a personality, a witness personality, which will be observing all that is going on. And you would reach oneness inside, then it moves into the family, into society, then finally into the world. And then again reverts itself. So this is the purpose of this movement we call oneness. So that is what Amma spoke. So now I will continue now. Are you ready?
Yes!
Yes. So this work is into its 34th year. 33 years completed. 34th year. And we are still going strong, though we had to face many difficulties and many hardships. Yet the movement has survived for 33 years and it is into its 34th year. So it all began in 1989. This school called Jivashram, most of you know, and in a place now called Satyalok. So this is where what we call the phenomenon of oneness started. We sometimes refer to it as the phenomenon of the golden orb, which is nowadays referred to as Hiranyagarbha, and we use various names depending on the context. Now, essentially, this golden ball of divine grace or Hiranyagarbha are the same only. Of course, Hiranyagarbha is referred to in the Rig Veda, which is supposed to be currently about 11,000 years old. And with the birth of the Hiranyagarbha, it was followed by Prajapati, and then later on the gods, not the normal gods that we worship. These are other kinds of gods. They came into existence, and everything began to happen. Now, what happened was in the year 89, first this golden orb or Hiranyagarbha descended. Now, in the Rig Veda it is said, after that comes Prajapati, Alpha. It sort of becomes Prajapati. Now, in the school what happened was, it came down as the golden orb, but became Prajapati in Krishna. So, then, in the course of a conversation, we found out that he's having Prajapati inside him. Then we asked him, could you give it to others? He said, certainly I can give it. And then he transferred Prajapati to the other children of the school. So they all got Prajapati. This Prajapati told them at for each one, Prajapati said, I am housed in Krishna. And from there it spread. So he was giving all kinds of dikshas in those days. Very, very powerful they were. And it began to spread. And the rest of it is story. Now it is all over the world now. So now, that was his experience. My own experience as a small boy was the golden orb. It did not become Prajapati in me. The golden orb. Now what happened here, in Krishna it became Prajapati, he was giving to others. And there, that Prajapati became Bhagavan. And after the Prajapati became Bhagavan, Amma also came and joined them. So it became Amma Bhagavan. And then the rest of the thing you know. Most of you have the Antaryalana, Amma Bhagavan, and doing all the miracles and speaking to you. So that is very briefly the story of the phenomenon. Now the phenomenon, it begins with becoming Prajapati in Krishna. And before that, it's not coming into me, but I'm seeing the golden orb. And even talking to it. That was when I was a very young person. Now, but the history of this phenomenon is more than 830 years. It's that old. It's not a yesterday's phenomenon or day before yesterday's phenomenon. So it first began as Dattatreya and Anagalakshmi 830 years ago. That was the first step. Now all this you will find authenticated if you go through the versions of Sripada Sri Vallabhasra Charitamrita. It is there. for you to see. And of course, it was written about 6 centuries ago, and it was not revealed to people until a few decades ago, when this phenomenon was well developed. At that time only the book was released, not before that. So we have nothing to do with the book as such, but the book talks about us, and written about 6 centuries ago, and it has exactly happened as is written in the book. And then this oneness phenomenon is a process. You must know, the teaching is the universe is a process, everything is a process, everything that is happening in the universe is a process, the phenomenon also is a process. Of course, if you want to go to the very beginning, what was there? There was nothing. Generally referred to as shunya, which means shu anya, not another. It's also referred to as ekam, the one. So you cannot talk, only that is there, nothing else is there, so you cannot talk about it. And the other names are also there for that. We'll be very brief. And that evolved and evolved and evolved. So so much has happened. We're not going to go into all of that. So there are several groups of beings or divine beings who are continuously working with humanity. There are also groups of beings who work against humanity. They normally are called the undivine. And sometimes we do clap so as to keep them under control, to make them powerless. That's why we keep clapping sometimes. Now there are lots of groups which are, they work as groups actually. So they are the divine. Now, this is one group, this is the Dattatreya group. So it begins as Dattatreya, he's having 3 heads and all that, that's only a mythology, it's only a way of expression. He was just a normal human being who lived there with his wife and all was there. So the next jump in the phenomenon was when Sri Balaji Vallabha came, who had his book written, and then of course comes Narasimha Saraswati, and then comes Swami Samarth, and the last was Shirdi Sai, and finally, and the last one, no more after this, is Kalki Bhagavan. The lineage is over. So this is the final in this group. So that is again in short this phenomenon. So what is the purpose of this phenomenon? We normally say it is to give enlightenment. Enlightenment is a word. It means so many things, including feeling light inside the head. That also is called enlightenment. Basically it is the cessation of the inner dialogue and everything becoming causeless. This Amma was telling, causeless love, causeless joy, causeless happiness, causeless peace, everything becomes causeless. It comes into you very naturally. Not that you do something and you jump there, but it comes into you. So now, but how does it happen? It happens through the phenomenon of Diksha, which began with Krishna, giving his first Diksha and then spreading. Now, why is today important is, today, remember the phenomenon is housed in him. Amma and Bhagavan, we are like step-down transformers. So there is that nothing, or that ekam, or the one is there. Now, though the Rig Veda does not talk about what I'm going to talk now, that nothing, it does not speak about that. That becomes a blinding white light, which everyone would see when they die. You come face to face, whether you're a Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, you will come face to face with this light once you die. So, it's blinding light, but does not hurt your eyes. It's only out of that light come the gods you worship, your ancestors, they'll all be coming out sometimes. Now, this light comes from that nothing, ekam. Then comes this golden ball, which is referred to as Hiranyagarbha, and we are sometimes referring to it as the golden ball of divine grace. So that emerges. Then out of that come various forms. So what is there in the beginning, we have no idea about it. We only say one, nothing, the kind of thing. Then we see this blinding light, and then we see this golden or Hiranyagarbha, and then come a lot of other things, and then it finally takes a form. For you to take the form of Krishna or Rama or to take any form. In our case here it takes the form of Amma Bhagavan. it takes a form. And now, of course, it can even take a physical form. You can come to your house, sit with you, eat with you, walk on the roads. So all that, it can become that physical. Now, how do we know all this? Now, there are simple dhyanas for this. If you do those dhyanas, you will see this whole thing. It's recorded in your DNA. It is there. Everyone has this. The story of the universe is stored in your DNA. So how to tap it? There are specific dhyanas are there. They are very clearly given in the scriptures. If you do those dhyanas, you will see the whole thing revealed to you. So that in short is this whole process. It's a process. So this is a process, and what's happened in the work is a process. Everything is a process. So in this process, we are come for a certain kind of work. And we are step down transformers, and we'll be stepping down and supplying the power. Supplying where? Supplying to Krishna and Trita. Krishna because it emerged in him, and Trita because she's part of the phenomenon. Therefore, she partners him in this work. Therefore, it flows to her also. So once it has come into them, from there it can flow to all of you. And for example, you are here now. Today, in you it's going to come in a big way. As the steps up, you start giving you the each them, and from there it becomes into you, and it gets stepped up in you. And once it steps up down into you, it will start flowing into the world. Now let us see what is the consequence of this. The first thing is, starting very soon, I will not tell you dates or weeks, I won't tell you, but certainly this year, humanity is going to face a lot of problems, a variety of problems. So we have to equip humanity to face these problems, maybe stop some of them, and certain things we cannot stop, where we must give them the strength to face those difficulties. So humanity must be equipped to face the coming difficulties. So for that to happen, the phenomenon must be strengthened in a big way. To strengthen it in a big way, we must give a powerful diksha. A powerful diksha can be given only on certain days, certain times. It cannot be given always. But today it can be given, this time it can be given. And we will need a large number of people for that. You simply can't give for 10 people or 1,000 people. We have that number of people. So today, that number you have come. Long distances, to take all the things. So we are very fortunate that you could come. We have the numbers, no problem there. On this day, this time, and we will basically step down transformers because you'll be getting from the other source. We'll be transferring it to them, and they will receive it, and they will transferring it to you. So thus, and you will be able to give it to others, and they will get equipped to face the difficulties, and we might be able to sometimes stop certain calamities also. We could effectively, collectively, if we do like this, that we can do online also. We can all collectively join together. They'll guide you what to do, and they will give the diksha, and you will give. We will be able to face all the calamities which are sure going to knock on your door. So we have to help humanity. So spiritual power is tremendous power which will help humanity. So that will go on. Besides, the phenomenon of oneness is spread faster and take a huge leap. This year, with this diksha, this process of oneness or mukti or enlightenment or whatever you want to call it, it will be stepped up enormously. We are definitely getting to the number 80,000. The only thing is, the time we do not know. By the end of 2024, we are arriving at 80,000 plus. That's for sure. But whether we get to the Bhuta, we'll have to wait and see. Once we get there, we certainly are going to help humanity become awakened, become enlightened, move into oneness, move to great state of consciousness, that is for sure. It's going to happen all over the world. And it's going to become a double phenomenon. The one is the Diksha phenomenon, which Krishna and Prita will be doing. The other is the phenomenon of the Soma, which many of you are aware of. The Soma now coming from not one Srimurti, two Srimurti, but thousands of Srimurtis, not just in India, but all over the world. And never before has humanity seen this range of miracles, this variety of miracles, this number of per second, thousands all over the globe. That is the power of the miracles. never before seen. So that's what's happening. And now today, in all the miracles, Amma Bhagwan and Shirdi Sai have joined together. So together we are doing now. Like for example, you see the Holocaust of Shirdi Sai, the Holocaust of Amma Bhagwan, Shirdi Sai statue moving together, even watching TV together. A lot of things we are doing together now. Healing people together. For example, now I'm talking to you now, so I'm not able to attend to some people with whom I hold conversations. So Shirdi Sai is holding the conversation, telling them that Bhagavan is busy, therefore I'm talking to you now. So now, this has become more and more and more. And now, these weeks, Swami Samarth has joined. The lineage you will find, Swami Samarth. No Shirdi Sai, he too has joined. How? Now Shirdi Sai joined after announcing that he is joining. How did he do it? He produced that vibhuti from that lineage Srimurti, but from his Srimurti. His vibhuti, which is different from the vibhuti which I give. There's a difference, we have different purposes. And now Swami Samarth also is giving vibhuti now. And very soon it will be Narasimha Saraswati, then Sripada Shivanova, finally Dattatreya will also be giving vibhuti. All the lineage will be giving the vibhuti, and plus everything will be giving. It will start generally with vibhuti. So all of us join together, it was very, very, very powerful. So you can imagine the miracles of Shirdi Sai. If you read the book, you know the miracles of Sripal Shivalabha, and our miracles you know very, very well. So all combined, imagine the power that would be flowing. So, and I think we have sufficiently prepared you people to receive that power, because this is the 34th year. So we feel our devotees are quite strong, quite knowledgeable. When we compare our devotees with a lot of other people, we find they're very knowledgeable. And they have understood a lot, they have learned a lot. And from the questions they ask, we know their understanding is got depth. So you are qualified to receive this. Now, on the one hand, this Diksha which they will be giving will be going on, should be taking a huge leap. So also the Soma phenomenon also, which will be taking as we strengthen the Diksha in them. The Soma also gets, after they go together, it will become very, very strong, and that will also be knocking down people. So both these things are going to happen now. Well, from today, now, we're going to start. 24 end, we are reaching. The number 80,000 we are reaching. Only where it's going to happen on the Muhurta, a little later we do not know, but definitely by end of 2024, we are reaching that number.
Thank you,
Bhagavan. That number reaches, the world begins to change. You can see it very clearly, we have to see, monitor it, it's changing. Week by week, month by month, year by year, it will be changing. That is, people will discover more and more oneness in themselves. Next thing is going to happen is, so mark my words, 24, 25, 26, 27, starting with 2024, India would become the Vishwa Guru. Vishwa Guru. Vishwa Guru is what? India. India itself is a Vishwa Guru. And this Vishwa Guru will bring about oneness in the world. The countries of the world are going to change dramatically. People are going to change their thinking. Many things are going to change. Some of which we have to help you to adjust and accommodate. What you take for granted today will not be there, and some new things will emerge, and it will be somewhat difficult for you to cope with it, but we will be helping you with it. But for India to become Vishwa Guru is what Dattatreya began. Dattatreya began this work with that in mind. Many do not, because they miss out that point about what he spoke. All this group, they wanted to make India the Vishwa Guru for the world. So that's what is going on. By 2027, you see the world declaring India a Vishwa Guru. So, and this will be achieved by the Diksha phenomenon as well as the Soma phenomenon, which is also linked to them. These two phenomena, the work would move faster and faster, starting today, now. So, and you will all live to see a new world. I hope such of those who are not so fit will try to extend your lifetimes. For those of you who are present here today, we will be taking very special care of you because you have come here today. And if you had not come here today at this time, it would have been very difficult to do this. Nearly impossible. Knowingly and unknowingly made it possible. Therefore, you must be rewarded for that. So I know there are some people here sitting here who want some financial help. They got some help during the Varadiksha Mala. They still want some more money. So now they'll get it in the next few days.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
Always things, national things happen very, very fast. So I know there are quite some people who come for it doesn't matter whatever you are coming, you are serving our purpose and helping humanity, but your financial thing will be solved next few days. You will also sick, you will also be helped, and some of you might also get an extension of lifetime. If you, that is a few years. You get an extension. That also is possible because you are here today and the Diksha you are going to get. So that is what you are going to get. And besides, you are going to help the world and you are going to help India. And today also we have given the initiation for about 39 people outside of India, from other countries. They are also here only. We have initiated them into giving a so for thousands of people, which after they get back to their country, they will start. And it will be all over the world. We will be functioning all over the world. You know, what is this also called World Wondrous Day. So it will be global and you will see amazing speed. You know Dharma sometimes be very, very fast, but now you are going to see a speed which you have never before seen. It would be that fast that you are going to witness. Excuse me.
Love you, Kannaya. Love you, son.
Telugu, yes sir, translation.